for you. Okay. Okay, so Karen Ridel, National Sales Director is from Glen Allen, Virginia, but she's in Houston tonight, and I'm someplace else too. So there we go. She has earned over 13 cars in Mary Kay. She has traveled the world thanks to Mary Kay. Her highest check has not been written, but the one they have paid her so far is in excess of $20,000 in 1 month. She has earned numerous awards in Mary Kay and the Miss Go Give Award. She debuted as the National Sales Director in 2022, and she is married to Chuck and has one son, Trey. Trey is 31 years old and the director of operations for Pittsburgh Pirates. Oh, that's so good. I want to go to a baseball game. We'll have to talk about that. He is married to Abigail, and they have three. I have a 3-year-old son, Calvin, and Griffin is 1.5, and baby number 3 is on the way. So please give it up from, I'd say from Virginia, but tonight you're from Houston. So I'm going to give you this spotlight. Thank you, Karen, for being on here tonight.
Oh, Janice, thank you so much for having me. What a treat. I always love sharing with people. And can I just say, wow, there's so many of you that are already in for free. I'm so excited. And I have to tell you, you have no idea what an awesome decision those of you have already made. In fact, I was thinking today as I was flying, I've been in Abilene, Texas earlier this week, and now in Houston. As I was flying to Houston today, I thought to myself, wow, I had no idea the impact of my yes to Mary Kay 32 years ago. It's been a life-changing decision, but I certainly didn't know that was going to happen when I said yes. So let me just take you back. First off, when I was 14, my mom got me started on Mary Kay products. She called Debbie Jordan down the street, our Mary Kay consultant, and she said, "Come teach my daughter how to take care of her skin." My mom has always been a Mary Kay girl, but never a makeup girl. So I have been using Mary Kay products since my classic basic when I was 14 years old. I'm a whole lot older now, and I've been using Mary Kay skincare my entire life. So how crazy is it that 32 years ago, I was out of college a few years and I married my high school sweetheart after college. And I was in my first job in marketing in Virginia Beach. My husband was going to medical school at the time. And that's when I was approached about Mary Kay by my former sister-in-law, Gwen, who actually lived right here in Houston, Texas. I just thought about that. Gwen was a new beauty consultant and she called me and said, "Karen, you would be great in Mary Kay." And I just kind of rolled my eyes to myself and said, I don't think so. First off, I had no idea how to do makeup. Anybody else out there, like no idea how to do makeup? Eye makeup. My idea of eyeshadow was one color that matched my skin tone because then you couldn't tell if I messed up. I really didn't know what I was doing. I also had zero desire to sell. Like selling made me nervous, made me nauseous. I had no desire to sell anything. And so I told her no. Not just once, but 3 different times. Now, I have to say, every time Gwen called me, I never felt pressured. She was genuinely loving her business, excited about her opportunity with Mary Kay, and she really saw something in me that I didn't see. So that fourth phone call came after about 4 or 6 weeks of talking about Mary Kay. And this time when she said, "Karen, I really think you'd be good." Honestly, it was like God took the veil off my eyes. And all of a sudden I realized 2 things. I wonder if you've ever had this realization. The first realization was, we're broke and it's not getting any better. I was the only one working because my former husband was in medical school. And so we didn't have a lot of money. And so we couldn't do a lot of extra things. And we were just flat broke, honestly. And then the second realization I had was, I'm pretty smart. If somebody would teach me, I could probably learn this. And I would say that for you. If you have a job right now or you've had a job, you're teachable and coachable. You learn the skills and you learn the job. It's the same thing that we do here in Mary Kay. It's a skills-based business. And so I jumped into learning this new business. I had a mentor assigned to my success, and I started watching her do makeovers. I started going to her for questions and strategy and ideas, and I implemented everything she said. I was extremely teachable and coachable. And I found that if I did about 2 parties a week, I could typically bring home at least $1,000 a month in spending money. And I was thrilled. I was making tons of friends in an area that I didn't have a lot of friends because we had moved there recently. And I had money to spend and I was growing personally. In fact, I found out that I loved being a leader. And so I was having so much fun in my business. And at the end of my first year, I earned my first car. I became a sales director and I had my son, Trey. And when Trey was born, I was able to leave my full time job and be a work from home mom as a Mary Kay sales director. My mom was always home with us kids when we were growing up, and I wanted to do the same thing when I had kids. And I was so grateful that I had said yes to Mary Kay a year before, because now I had a business that had developed where I could be home and work from home and still earn great money, but be home with that cute baby boy. So I did that for the next 4 years of his life. And then I found myself going through a divorce that I didn't want. Oh my gosh, it was just not a great season of life. I'm sure some of you can relate. I actually ended up stepping away from Mary Kay, just kind of putting my business on the back burner. I moved back to Richmond, Virginia, and I took a job at a large law firm as a marketing manager. And honestly, I loved my job. I made great money. I was really loving it until, can you relate? Until I realized that the better job I did for the law firm, the more work they gave me. So my 40-hour work week became 60 and 70 hours a week, and I was never home. By this time, my son was about 6 or 7, playing lots of baseball, and I was newly married. Chuck and will be celebrating 23 years of marriage this April. He is definitely the keeper. And that whole divorce thing, yeah, that was the best unanswered prayer I've ever prayed. And so here I am working at this great job in corporate America, but having no balance to my life. And I missed Mary Kay's priorities of God first, family second, career third. Shocker, the law firm's priorities were not God, family, career. The law firm's priorities were career, career, career. And I was traveling all over the country all the time, missing baseball games, missing field trips, feeling guilty when I'd have to call out sick or call out because my son was sick. And I wanted to design my own life. I wanted to live with Mary Kay's priorities, and I missed my Mary Kay business. So I told my husband, Chuck, I know you don't know anything about Mary Kay, but I loved it and I was good at it. And I think I can do this to get me out of corporate America for good. And Chuck said, go for it. Now, I couldn't afford to up and quit my job because my husband was an elementary teacher at the time. And unfortunately, they never pay teachers enough money. So, any of my teacher friends out there, oh my goodness, I hope you're listening, because I love that you pour into kids and make a difference, but you probably need more income. And this is such a great compliment. And it can get you out of a job that just doesn't bring you joy or pay you what you're worth. So, I had to keep working my law firm job, and I started rebuilding my business. And 6 months later, I earned my next car. And a few months later, I became a sales director, and I've been full time ever since. You see, when I decided to come back to Mary Kay, it wasn't to make a little bit of extra money, which is why I signed the first time, just to make a little bit of extra money. This time, my focus was different. This time, I wanted to be a leader who changed lives and who earned top dollar and made a difference by leading women to be successful and to making dreams come true. And so when I debuted as a sales director, I never looked back. I left that job the last day of my DIQ qualifications, and I went full time in Mary Kay. I was so excited. My son was so thrilled. He didn't have to go to daycare anymore. And my husband loved that I could now be a part of his classroom activities. It was just the best. You see, I love to work hard, but I'd much rather work hard for myself than for somebody else's dream. And so I'm okay with a great hard work ethic because I want to build my dream. And that was the difference. I was working super hard for the law firm to build their dream, but I had dreams that I wanted to make come true. You know, one of my favorite dreams that I financed was when my son graduated from college almost 10 years ago now. He graduated debt free, in part due to my Mary Kay business. I mean, come on, can you think of a better gift to give your kids when they leave college and they go into the adult world? He started his adult life debt free. I'm so grateful. But another thing I gave to him was the ability to watch me make dreams come true. He watched me miss goals. He watched me make goals. He watched me walk out making dreams come true. And that's why today he's the director of operations for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He's always loved baseball. And he saw what I did to make my dreams come true. And he developed that work ethic, that perseverance, that faith. Oh my gosh. And he found his dream job. You see, when you say yes to Mary Kay, you don't just change your finances, which, oh, by the way, is phenomenal. I've earned six figures year after year after year by working a business out of my home, learning how to build a customer base, how to build a personal team, how to develop a top unit, and now lead a national area. Thank you, Mary Kay, for incredible leadership training all of these years. I feel like I have a doctorate in leadership, and I'm so grateful that this company wants women to grow into the best version of themselves and to be able to make dreams come true for their family. And the ripple effect is amazing as a woman rises up in her Mary Kay business. It has truly been a dream come true journey with great income. And I have to say, I'm not money motivated, but I'm choices motivated. And my friends, money gives you choices. And so I loved the choices I've been able to make and continue to make building my Mary Kay business, the personal growth, my growth in my faith, the ripple effect on my family and the people that I lead. I have to tell you, I have the most incredible friends through this company. I always made friends in corporate America. I just couldn't always describe them as positive, big thinking, encouraging. A lot of them were pretty toxic. But in Mary Kay, I just have the best girl tribe behind me. And I'm so grateful. You know, I think back to the beginning of my business 32 years ago, my former sister in law asking me to be a part of Mary Kay. No, no, no. Wow. I'm so glad she kept asking me. The person that invited you here tonight, she invited you because she sees something in you, just like Gwen saw in me. Thank the good Lord, she kept asking me. She didn't give up and think, oh, I don't want to be pushy. I'm not going to ask her anymore. Because the timing was perfect, finally, on that fourth time. And when I said yes, I had no idea that that yes would change my life forever. My son's life, my husband's life, my grandchildren's life. My yes has had an impact on so many more lives than I could have ever imagined. And I'm so grateful that she saw something in me that I didn't. So if you're here tonight and you've been invited and your heart is racing, you're wondering if you could do this, and maybe you just don't quite have enough belief. Maybe you're nervous, maybe you're nauseous. That's normal. Borrow belief from me. Borrow belief from your guest, who your consultant who invited you. If she invited you, it's because she sees something in you that she thinks would make you super successful in this business. And I have to tell you, I can't imagine my life today if I had said no. I'm so grateful that my recruiter saw something in me. You're here tonight for a purpose and a reason. I hope you'll say yes to an opportunity that will help you make dream after dream after dream come true. You're here right on time. Tonight's your night. Go ahead, throw it in the chat. I'm in for free. And get ready to live a dream come true journey with this incredible company. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you, Janice. And I just can't wait to celebrate all the new consultants out there tonight.
Oh my goodness. You are so amazing, Karen. I love you. And I just appreciate you so much for being on here tonight. And we've both been traveling around here. So it is great. Wasn't that great? You guys, please give it up for her. And I know that you probably need to take off and do some things. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording so that we have this also too. And